Welcome back to the EchoVideo Podcast. I'm your host, Hunter Tapley. Joining me, as always, is my co-host, Bart. Bart, how have you been this week?
Hey Hunter, glad as always to be here. My week has been very unproductive because I started playing Civ 6 and I've played literally nothing else, or done nothing else for that matter. Civilizations 6. It's been very fun.
Okay, I was confused. I thought you said sub 6. I was
Oh,
like, what
fair
the
enough.
fuck?
I said it's my
Sub.
other buddy, and you said I said Civ. It's like syphilis, so I should probably reintroduce it as civilizations. That might be helpful.
That's fine. We'll just keep going. It's not a big deal. Civilization 6. Is it any good?
It is a ton of fun.
That's good. Maybe
yeah,
I'll...
playing as
And
hard.
what are you playing? Are you playing that on Xbox or
No, I got it on
computer? Or...
my laptop here. I got a gaming laptop.
Okay.
I got rid of the Chromebook finally.
Oh, damn. He's fucking moving up in the world.
That Chromebook was
Way
the
to
death
go.
of me. But yeah, it's been
Okay, that'll
peak
remove
the
in
audio,
post.
100%.
I'll remove that in post. Okay, so we're back. Civilization 6. What was my next question? Oh yeah, so as promised last week, we're going to be talking about the 2022 film Prey, the recently released on Disney Plus or Hulu, depending on where you're from. Movie, but before we get into that, we're just going to start off with our first segment. What would we recommend? What's been happening? What's been going on in our lives since the last episode, since the last recording? Bart, what's been happening, or is there anything you'd like to recommend?
What's been happening? Like I said, ton of Civ 6. In the unpublished episode, I said that I was in a bit of a housing crisis because I kind of got evicted a little bit. But now we're good. I got a roof over my head, signed the papers over the weekend. So yeah, things are going well there. Other than that, in terms of recommendations, none really. Sandman, once again, great. So I'll keep pushing that. But other than that, no. How about you, Hunter? Anything good?
Yeah, recommendations not super much. I finished my book, like I said last week, Meddling Kids. It was awful. I don't recommend it. Don't read it. It did not get better in the latter half.
Yikes, quite the endorsement.
I did finish it all the way to the end, though. I stuck with it, hoping there would be something, but no, didn't get better.
It was all for naught.
Yeah, pretty much. The other thing, what happened was I was going down to help my girlfriend move into university, and on the way there, huge fucking bear on the side of the road, just lying on the ditch, and I wasn't sure if it got hit by a car or had been tranked to move it out of a residential area, but there was just a massive black bear lying down on the side of the road and a dude just standing directly next to it, like pointing at someone in the ditch, and I was like,
Damn.
what's going on here?
Oh,
we gotta figure something out here before it wakes up.
That's a 911 call.
But yeah, I think it was I want to say it was hit by a car, unfortunately.
Man,
but,
that car must be
yeah.
completely totaled then.
I didn't see the car, man. It must have got towed off, but I didn't see the car. The car there looked pretty good, but they must have towed the other car off because yeah, it probably would have been so fucking destroyed because that bear was huge, dude.
Yeah, those things are
huge.
Fucking massive.
So the other thing that I found, and this is a surprise. This is a EchoVideo surprise because I haven't told Bart. I wanted this to be a surprise for the audience. I recently found this at the store, Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew.
Oh damn!
And apparently, this is in the States. It's been around for a bit. This is the first time I've seen it in Canada. Dew with a blast of heat and citrus. I have not tried this before, so we're gonna try it for the first time on the podcast live, and I'm gonna give you the honest review of what this tastes like.
It's a new feature, the pre-show
I'm not sure.
review.
I've heard that it's awful.
That shit just makes you sterile in one sip.
All right, here comes the pour.
Here we go.
I just poured it on the floor.
God. It just starts like foaming, sizzling. Smoke rises up.
I legitimately poured it directly on the floor, so
that shit's been stained forever. It is bright orange
burning
now.
a hole. It smells good. It looks just red, a little bit orange.
Very red, yeah.
It smells okay. Now, just before I taste it, my thought is that it could be good, like a chili lime clamato is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Hmm.
We'll see.
It's gonna be a sweet ass tomato, I think. Oh boy.
It really
It's pretty
it just tastes
good.
like it really just tastes like Mountain Dew. It's a little spicy.
Oh, that's a little bit disappointing, honestly. I had the blue one a while back. That one's not bad.
The blue Mountain Dew, the
Like,
Voltage,
yeah.
or the Frostbite from Circle K.
Oh shit, I think it was the voltage.
Yeah. Well, Voltage has been out for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really not that bad. I can't really talk. I'm very disappointed. I thought this was going to be a really hilarious segment, if I'm totally honest. But I'm going to give you the honest opinion. It just tastes like Mountain Dew, and it has a little bit of a hot, like it's not even that hot, but it's just a little bit spicy aftertaste. I'm a little bit disappointed. I had a lot more planned. If this went poorly, I had a lot more planned.
You had a whole
So
restaurant, whole
this is a
menu.
first. This is a first. So
Hey, you can't
this
always
would
win your first. We'll try again for
yeah,
the second one.
exactly. If we find anything else interesting, we'll have to try it again. But
Listen
this
to get
is
something more exotic.
yeah, exactly.
Exactly. We're gonna come in here with like ivory tusks that we personally poached.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that. All right. So that totally kills the first segment. Let's move on to the second segment, which is Prey. Directed by Dan Trachtenberg. Trachtenberg?
Yeah, I think it's like a Dutch last name even. It's like
Okay.
Trachtenberg. But yeah.
He is known for directing the movie 10 Cloverfield Lane. Pretty decent movie. I wasn't the biggest fan of it personally, but I've heard a lot of other arguments saying it was pretty good, so all respect to them. He's also directed the playtest episode from Black Mirror and one episode of The Boys. And I gotta say, I liked Prey. I honestly thought it was a good movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it, beginning to end. Definitely not as good as the original. I mean, you can't beat Schwarzenegger at
Mhm.
all. Like, you can't beat the scene where he's covered in mud, shouting into the jungle with a torch. I'm sorry, that's one of the greatest scenes of all time.
Yeah, Dutch is incredible.
Unfortunately, or the handshake,
The
where
handshake.
the two men slap hands. Him
You
and Arnold
son of a
Schwarzenegger
bitch.
and Carl Weathers shake hands, and it's the most manly thing ever. But so unfortunately, not as good as the first Predator, but I would say debatably better than Predator 2. I
Mm.
personally think Predator 2 is a bit better, but debatably better than Predator 2. So that's my first initial thoughts.
What
What
about
were your
the better than AVP and Requiem?
not better than AVP, better than
Really?
Requiem.
Wow.
I like AVP.
Fair.
Better than AVP Requiem, and then a lot better than
Well, you could fucking see
the
in this one, which helped.
yeah, a lot better than Predators and The Predator. So
Mm.
I'll give it that. Probably a third best.
Third
Third
best.
best, I'd say.
Third best. That's respectable.
Debatably second best. Debatably second best, but
Okay,
I'll give it
that's
that.
pretty good.
What were your first initial thoughts on the movie?
Yeah, I liked it. Overall liked it. I really, really enjoyed the first about 45 minutes of it a lot more than the second half, I think, just because it was just really well shot. It was like minimal dialogue. Everything was happening very naturally, and there's always just something kind of pushing the plot forward, kind of trying to uncover, is it this lion that they're hunting or this predator that they're hunting? So I like that a lot more, and it just kind of it felt a bit more contained, and it kind of went a little bit off the rails, I think, in the second part or the second, third, whatever. But overall, I liked it a lot.
Yeah, me too. My kind of complaints, my little nitpicks, I would say, the CGI wasn't great. Unfortunately, I mean, this is a movie straight to streaming, which was kind of odd in my opinion.
This would have been a great movie to see in theaters. It was really
Oh
well
yeah,
shot, I thought.
yeah. I'm wondering why it was straight to streaming. Maybe they were just thinking the Predator franchise wasn't as successful as they thought. But straight to streaming, pretty decent, for a streaming movie. effects wise. There was some shots of some animals that looked kind of cheesy, like the rattlesnake
Mm.
looked kind of bad. There was like a couple scenes that looked a little iffy, but overall it was really good. It was pretty good CGI. There was some shots that were a bit hairy, but
Yeah, I think it was. I agree. Both those shots where they were showing the food chain, essentially, like the ant, the rat, and the snake, and then also the rabbit and wolf, because that was just like entirely CGI. So it was a little bit spotty
yeah,
at times, but not bad.
no, I agree with that for sure. Um, the Predator design overall was awesome. I really liked it. No complaints. I really liked that the weaponry too were kind of like dulled down. Like I thought he was going to have a pulse cannon and the glaive and the javelin and stuff, but they kind of had him with the 3 arrows, and like his weaponry was toned down as opposed to what it was in the newer movies, which was pretty cool to see. To see the kind of the evolution
Hmm.
of the creature, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I really like the creature design, and with that, a lot of the creative kills that came with it.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
just going back to the first part, because I was talking about I like the first part a bit better overall. Um, yeah, so essentially, so we're doing the whole setup with Nanu, played by Amber Midthunder, excellently played. I liked her a lot. But it's that scene where the dog Coco is trapped in like the little bear trap, like its tail gets caught in it, and she has to like she's introduced that she can like do medicine, which is great. They introduce the bear trap, which comes back like 4 or 5 times, and
yeah,
yeah, honestly, I also really like that. Like she's looking at this bear trap from the poachers, like it's some
yeah,
like she's never
yeah.
seen anything like it
Foreign.
before. But
Yeah,
then you see the fucking predator ship flying over, and it's like she's got that to put up with, but she's already baffled by this and that. I don't know. I think it sets up something really cool, which I'm kind of disappointed
yeah,
they didn't touch on later on, because this whole like,
yeah.
oh, go ahead.
I was so I enjoyed the kind of the setup. I do think the setup was a bit like my one issue with the setup is they hint that the flower that she uses to heal slows your heart rate down. They hint at that at the beginning, and then right when the flower becomes useful, they have to hit you with he can't see him. Like they have to hint at that. Like come on, I think everyone watching the movie would know that the predator sees heat, and if your heart rate slows down you go cool. Like I
Hmm.
feel like the audience is smart enough to just kind of dump that exposition on you. But no, it was I mean other than it was fine. It's not like a huge complaint, but
Yeah, I noticed that
yes.
too. But yeah, so I was kind of hoping to see the payoff of her like limited knowledge on technology and then the predator, because like the whole culture is kind of based around, or at least our hunting groups. It's like hunting to survive, basically, like gather food, not to like defend themselves, essentially. So it would have been
Yeah.
really cool if she started like tracking the predator, kind of seeing how he killed things, like advantages, disadvantages, just something
Yeah.
that because basically right out of the gate, she kind of kicks its ass like pretty well through, and it would
Yeah,
have been kind
yeah.
of cool to see like how the fuck
The
does she know
yeah.
how to deal with all this stuff if she's like baffled by a single bear trap? It's kind of what I was getting
Yeah.
at. I would like to see that explored a bit more.
No, I get what you mean. Yeah. I think that I think the action scenes were really cool. I mean, there was definitely no lack of action, especially with the Predator, because like in the other Predator sequels, I'm watching it for the Predator. Like in my opinion, the Predator is the main character out of all the movies. You're watching it for the monster, and you're watching it for the monster kick ass and be creative in its ways of an alien, and discover more of the weapons and stuff. There was no lack of that in this film. There was enough and more. So I was very pleased by that, especially the scene with the trappers, and you see some of like the net and a whole bunch of other cool stuff. So that was pretty cool to see. I really enjoyed that.
Hmm. Yeah, I like the fur trappers too, and this goes back to what I was
Un,
saying. Or
un, a bit unnecessary to have them halfway. Like they hinted them with the buffalo, but
mm,
they could have hinted at them at the beginning of the movie if
yeah,
they were going to be such as big a threat as they were. I felt.
Yes.
a bit of a kind of like, oh, here's the trappers, kind of just to kind of push the movie on a little further. I thought, like, I feel like they could have been introduced at the beginning
Yeah.
as like maybe like, I don't know. It could have been a good kind of thing other than just halfway through the movie these guys show up and kidnap her kind of deal.
Yeah. Well, I'm almost like 300% sure that was done because, first of all, we're supposed to be rooting for um, Nanu's tribe and all the people that are there, so we don't want to see them get killed. So we can see a few of them get killed while they're learning how to deal with the predator, and then they need
Yeah,
like a whole bundle of cannon fodder who he can
they
just
need a bunch
execute,
of
and it's fun.
yeah, yeah,
Uh,
for sure.
but yeah, I liked it because I liked that it focused on the predator and it was really cool. But I think it was just a little bit too, I don't know, this is kind of pretentious, just have like bombastic. Like it reminded me of that like scene in Kingsman where they have the Freebird solo and he's just executing people left, right, and center in the church, like that
Oh
Matthew
yeah,
Vaughn style of like slow motion, awesome
yeah,
kills. It felt a
yeah.
little bit. It was really cool, but it just felt a bit out of place in what they were setting up, I thought.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I thought it kind of had its own. Like I was honestly watching this movie for the Predator, and I was gonna if this movie had more human action than Predator action, I would have not been happy. I
Fair
would have
enough.
been like, come on, like I'm here for the Predator, man. We need a good Predator movie. It's been years since we've gotten one. We
Fair
need a
enough.
good one. And the thing, like, the only reason that I give the first Predator more, like, I like the first Predator more, was because A, it was so quotable. It was the first of its kind to introduce the
Hmm.
Predator, and the movie had a great, like, hunting slash stalking effect, and you never knew what the Predator looked like under the mask. When we watched the new one, I knew kind of what it would look like under the mask because of how many variations, and they did try to hide it as much as possible, which I get and I don't. I mean, you're introducing new people to the Predator franchise, which I get, but at the same time, I feel like everyone knows you can go a quick Google search, what does the Predator look like? You'll see it. You'll see an image immediately. I don't feel like there's a lot to kind of rack up the suspense of this. Like I feel like they should have just showed it. Like they should have just showed its face when it can. I mean, I like the shots that he was in for sure, but I feel like there was no need to kind of rack the suspense up around what it looked like.
Mm.
If you know what I mean, like it could have. I don't know. That's kind
Yeah,
of what I thought.
fair enough. I did like the slow reveal that they did of the predator because oftentimes he was invisible or he'd be like the sun be like pointing directly at the camera so you couldn't see him. But I did like how they kind of just slowly uncovered it with him holding up the bear and the blood going on it so you kind of see what it
Oh
looks
yeah,
like. And then
no,
also
that
when it
was
goes
great.
into the arena and like the sand is like messing with its suit so it can't wear the suits has to
Yeah,
reveal itself eventually.
yep, that was
I
pretty
kind of
cool
liked it.
too.
I like the slow
I
reveal.
did like it. I just think there was like there just felt like so much build up to when it was gonna take its mask off, and it's like,
Mm,
is it gonna like? It's like, oh well, it just looks the same. Like it looks a little
fair enough.
older,
Fair
but
enough.
I just feel like I feel like they didn't really need to build it up as much, kind of deal. Like with what its face looked like, they could have had it without a mask for anything,
Oh, you're
you
talking like
know?
specifically about the face. I thought you meant like the whole reveal of the
Yeah.
predator. Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, I like
No,
that
I
they
agree.
kept
I
it in
agree.
camo. I just think like yeah, don't have them not in camo because that's part of the predator. But I just think like they built its face up, like they hid its face for so
Oh, and they
long,
revealed it,
kind
and
of
it was
deal.
exactly what you think it was gonna be. I
Yeah,
see
it's
what you
like
mean.
come
Yeah,
on.
fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just before we I forget, it had a weird title card. Did you not think the
It
title
did
card
like
was
it the
weird?
slow like pan up to the sky, and then it kind of like
Yeah.
revealed itself. Yeah, that
Well,
was
it's not
weird.
even like it was like Prey, and then it had 20th Century Fox in the corner and all the studio logos. I was like, what the? I was like,
Yeah.
well, that was weird. I was just kind of weirded out by that. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it
But
felt sort of like because I've never seen it in anything else really. It's always like the
yeah,
yeah. So weird. Also, did you know that the flintlock pistol that that Nana
yeah,
uses to like shoot the predator in the back of the head? That's
yeah.
the ref from Raphael, Jesus, Adolini from 1715. That's the same flintlock pistol that Mike Harrigan uses to kill the Predator in Predator 2.
No, I didn't know that. That's
Yeah,
in Predator 2. That's the same pistol.
yeah, same flintlock. Yeah,
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. No, I didn't know that. I did not catch that. Um,
Pretty neato. I wonder if Mike
did you
Harrigan is
know
ever going to come back to the Predator universe. That'd be so sick.
that'd be sick? Do you know that the dog did not have any movie experience and was adopted 2 months before the movie, before he was in the movie?
Wow.
It
Really?
was the dog. Yeah, it was the dog's first movie, and I was happy that the dog didn't die. As soon as I saw it, I was
Me
like, that
too.
fucking dog. I was like, that dog's gonna fucking die,
I was
and the
worried
dog
too.
didn't die.
No. And it was a real
So it
dog,
was
which was nice. It wasn't like the
fucking all the other
yeah, just like
animals.
this weird CGI. Man, when that wolf though got its spine ripped out, that was really sad. Like
Yeah, it
after
was
he had a
rough.
fight with the wolf, yikes.
Yeah, the samurai fight
Yeah.
with the wolf was kind of
And
funny.
the guts just fell out. Yikes. You hate to see it. Love to see it. You hate to see it.
What was my other note here? I think this is Hulu's biggest streamed movie so
Mm-hmm.
far. So that's good to hear because, and Prey 2 apparently is already on the way.
Mm-hmm.
My hope, my hope, my hope, my hope. I want to see more. Like if they do a Prey 2, it would be cool if we saw new characters in a new situation with the Predator.
Yeah.
Because I don't want not because just the ending of this film. I'll just get to it. The ending of this film was disappointing to me, in all
Mm-hmm.
honesty.
Mm-hmm.
As I said in the last episode, I really, really thought they were going to the ship was going to land, see that she had beheaded it, or there was going to be a credit scene, and then the Predator was going to mark her as like an honorary hunter, a part of the whatever the Predator race is called, a part of their leagues, and then maybe we could have a franchise where she goes to distant planets and starts hunting with other predators and stuff, and then we could have a pretty cool universe, I think.
That would be sick. Yeah.
And we could kind of see her journey throughout the kind of the world and stuff, and we could reveal new aliens and then eventually introduce the xenomorph and all that stuff, and that would be fucking awesome in my opinion.
That would be incredible.
That would have been the way to go. I don't have the ending was a bit disappointing. Not to say that it's bad. It's not a bad ending. It's a good ending, I think. But the other thing that I had with the ending was they got the Predator's got her right where he wants her. He's got his cannon, and he shoots it, and the fucking arrow goes all the way around and hits him right in the head, and it kills him. And I just thought, okay, come on. This thing doesn't know how its own weapon works. It looks at it was kind of a slapstick, silly ending.
Yeah, it was like,
I was like,
oopsie. Yeah.
and then you see its face looking, and then it hits him in the head, and I was just kind of a little silly.
Yeah, like did he not know he was not wearing his helmet?
Yeah,
Or,
that's what I
that
thought.
it was pointing at him, or
I thought it was just a bit silly for what it built up to.
yeah, because
The
he
final.
saw her take it. Like she
Yeah, for
deliberately
sure.
took the helmet, so he obviously knows like, oh, she's up to some sneaky shit.
Yeah, it was just kind of a bit silly for me. I think the ending the ending fight scene could have been cooler.
Mm-hmm.
Not the whole fight scene, but just that ending part particular could have been a bit better, more well earned, I would say.
Yeah.
Just because it did feel really slapstick, fucking comedy-ish.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It didn't sit with me for some reason.
Fair enough. That's kind of what I felt with the poachers fight. Like it was just like I don't know.
Oh,
It felt
yeah.
like they were even when the Predator set up like those 3 little missiles, not missiles, like bombs to clear the area. They were just looking at it come
Yeah.
up like, ooh, and then just.
Yeah, I thought
Still
that
nice
too,
to see,
dude.
but it's like,
I thought that too.
like this thing has been
Um,
massacring your people. Obviously, this thing is not going to be friendly all of a sudden.
Yeah, what the fuck were they thinking?
Yeah. But what I was thinking as a like a potential sequel, if they do like an anthology thing, where the predator, like another predator, comes back and then kills Nanu, and then they're like, okay, we're the superior human
Yeah.
beings, but then they come back like a few thousand years later in evolution, and human has like got new tools to defend ourselves,
Yeah,
or even a few
yeah.
hundred years, 'cause it was like 17th century.
That'd be cool.
But
Be cool to see throughout the ages, right? So we had
yeah,
1776, then maybe we have one back in 1945, 1918,
mhm.
back in the gangster ages or World War II or World War One kind of time frame when they fight with those weapons,
Yeah,
and then or maybe even just have different cultures in the same kind of time frame, like with cowboys or something. Maybe the cowboys got to fight or pirates. I don't know. I think they could really have fun with it. They don't
I
really
think
need
so
to take
too.
it. I feel like the Predator franchise, even with the first Predator, it's not like a super serious sci-fi. Like it's just kind of a fun popcorn
Mm-hmm.
blockbuster action movie. I think they could really have fun with it and give the movie just give it a really fun tone. Have a bunch of cool scenarios. Like I don't know, could be something to think of.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely, and especially like introducing the aliens, and I don't
Yeah,
know, like a fight between a fucking predator and a bear, but it's like a xenomorph bear or some shit. Like I don't know.
yeah, man. The
That'd be
xenomorphs.
dope.
I wonder if they'll actually bring another alien movie in to kind of hint at a Alien versus Predator type,
Yeah,
like a new AVP.
man, that would be so
That would be
cool.
awesome. The only part of Requiem I remember is when he throws the cleave and it
Yeah, it
chops
cuts
that
her
woman in
right in
half.
half, right to the
That
wall.
Requiem's not great, but they've got some pretty cool scenes in it. Like, eh, that's the only scene I really remember. Never mind.
Yeah, I
That
remember the scene like outside in the forest where the kid finds something the predator killed or something. That's it's earlier
oh
on.
that yeah, that's the opening scene where the eggs
That's
eat the
it. The
fuck
eggs.
like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
jump on the kid's face. Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't pull any punches. Good for them. Also, this
No,
movie did
that
not either. They were brutal with
no, I
the
was very
gore.
happy.
I was too. I
I
thought I was
was
like they went for the hard R. Like they pushed that.
yeah,
Good.
I was very happy about that. It was, and the other thing that I said is this movie, the director definitely had, and the writers, everyone had a care for the Predator franchise. Like this isn't disrespectful in any way.
No.
This is a very, very well done Predator movie, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just very, very pleased by it all the way beginning to end, and I was just very pleased with it. If I'm
Yeah.
totally honest.
Yeah. Most of my critiques are just things that I want to see in future movies. So it's obviously that I
Yeah,
like this one. So I want them to keep going and see where
yeah.
it goes.
Same with mine. Mine are a bit nitpicky, kind of the same as you. Just where the franchise ends up going, kind of deal. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if I hinted at this, but I just think they got to change the story up a bit if they continue forward. You know, we
I
can't have.
actually I was thinking the exact same thing when they go out to hunt the lion and the predator's hunting them. It's the exact same storyline as the first predator.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
think they got to change it up a bit. I mean, it's cool. It's a like it's a very simple story. It definitely sold, but we got to change it up if we're gonna keep making these movies, especially if Nanu, is that her name? Nanu?
Yeah.
Especially if she's not a part of the Predator Brotherhood. We got to change it up a bit. We can't just have it. Maybe she finds the ship and goes out to hunt them, kind of deal. That could be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? There's a lot of potential, but we can't have the same story all the time. So,
Yeah.
and this movie apparently is very well liked. So maybe the next one will come to theaters
Yeah, it's
and
very
it'll
popular. I hope so.
have a bigger budget. So I'm very pleased with it. I am. I was and this was I thought the trailer was really good. So genuinely impressed. I mean, yeah, I'd have not a lot of issues with it, to be
No.
totally honest.
No, I was very happy with it. I had a great time with it too. Yeah, a lot of mine are just nitpicky.
Yeah,
So, yeah, happy to see where it goes moving forward.
for sure. All right, I mean, I don't really think we have another segment. Kind of talked a little bit about it.
What's your favorite predator, Hunter?
Oh yeah, my favorite Predator? Hmm. I mean, the first Predator is obvious. Like
Iconic.
from the first movie, he's iconic. He's kind of the first one. He's the ugly motherfucker. He's iconic. And I think I'll just give it to the first Predator. I think I'll give it to him because and in all fairness, I can't remember any other Predators. So
You know
I'll
what?
give it to
Fair
I'll
enough.
give it to the Predator from the very first movie that fought Arnold Schwarzenegger. So I'll give it that one.
And you know what? I'm gonna just
Who's
pass the torch right
who's
on.
who's your favorite Predator, Bart?
My favorite predator. Geez, this one's a bit unconventional. It was our 10th grade music teacher, if I remember correctly.
Hmm.
Some recent news and
Please
allegations have come out.
please elaborate. Please elaborate on that, won't you?
Well, he was, like I said, our music teacher for the whole time we were in high school, and
Yeah.
before that and after that too. Taught my sister too, which was great. A few sexual, what do we got? Harassment? So which one was it? Jeez.
I think it was, I don't know, assault or misconduct.
It might have been sexual misconduct. Definitely sexual misconduct. Yeah. So a few of those allegations came to light, and now here we are.
So he's the number one predator.
He is
Do you
the
think he
number.
would,
He's Earth's deadliest warrior.
Mr. Riley versus Predator?
Oh fuck! Name drop.
Who would? Well, I mean, it's not. It's
Fair enough.
allegedly.
It's in the newspaper and allegedly
Allegedly.
Exactly. See.
What did he get? I'm just seeing.
Yeah.
Sexual offense charges.
Jeez.
July. 2 counts of sexual assault and 2 counts of sexual exploitation. So that's really
Wow.
nice to know after
Wow.
you're out of school.
That's good. Yeah. Man,
This
I think he
motherfucker-
signed my yearbook.
Fuck, dude, that'd be hilarious.
Oh
Dude,
shit.
this motherfucker was straight giving out A's. He gave out 2 A's. He gave out 2 A's. 2
No,
counts of
no
sexual assault.
problem.
That's 2 A's.
That's
man.
2 A's.
Oh, well, now
Yikes.
I'm officially banned. Now this episode's banned. So
Oh no.
before this goes any further, oh, dude, so I was having dinner with my
Where could
girlfriend
this
and her.
possibly go from here? Where is
No,
this?
this is a funny story. This is a
Oh.
funny story. I was having dinner with my girlfriend's parents and her, and so I was talking about summer camp and stuff, and there I was like, man, I love summer camp, but my least favorite activity was the after showers inspection. After you get out of, they're like, what's that? After you get out of the shower,
The one-on-one with the
counselor
counselor.
the counselor goes around and inspects you to make sure you're clean enough. It's a little more feely than I was hoping, but it's still pretty fun.
They're very
mom-
thorough. Very thorough.
Her mom was like, Are you serious?" I was like, "No, I'm fucking not serious."
You're about to have a fucking based on a true story movie made about you. Fucking
Yeah,
Spotlight. Oh no.
No, that was not a real story. That is a fake, but fuck.
Jeez.
It was a good one. It made me laugh.
Well, there you go. A lighter note to end this.
Definitely check Prey out. Form your own opinions. Don't take us at our word. And that's going to do it for this week of EchoVideo Podcast, I think. Unless you have any other things to say, Bart.
No, that's all for me.
All right, perfect. So next week, I got to pick the movie, and that was The Suckling from 1980. 1980, is that correct?
Yeah, 1980. Always known as
19...
Sewage Baby.
Yeah, also known as Sewage Baby. So we're going to be watching that next. We're going to be watching that, bringing it tomorrow for next week. Hopefully we'll have a little bit more to say. Hopefully if I bring something weird to eat, it's not as disappointing as it just was today.
We need to make it more thrilling. We need theatrics.
We needed some theatrics. We need to amp it up with clickbait and all this other good stuff. But
Yeah.
So there's hope. I'm hoping to get this episode out consistently. And other than that, I think that's going to do it. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.